Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and ever since I was first on the island of La Gomera in the Canary Islands, I realized that this is an island of giant green avocados and tiny yellow mangoes. Actually, first time when I was there, the mangoes were about, usually even smaller than those here. This variety can get up to like 250 grams, the literature says. I've seen some about that heavy, but I've also seen some just half the size of those little ones. Well, what can I say about those mangoes? They are pretty tasty. So when I found some yellow mangoes here in Tenerife, I thought, why not? I bought them a couple times. And whenever you try to find out the variety of some Tenerife mango, the sun is coming and going, so I hope you can see something well. Every time you try to find out the variety of something in Tenerife, the vendors, they usually tell you something. They don't know much about the varieties. They don't care so much about the varieties. As long as the stuff looks good and the customers buy it, it's fine. When you buy from the farmers themselves, which is quite hard here in Spain, yes, you can actually get some names of the varieties, but often those will be some old-fashioned local names. Well, this one, after I've eaten it a couple times during this visit to the Canary Islands, come on, there should be, I guess this is slightly better. I found it in a place under the name Gomera. Some shops sold those little yellow mangoes as Gomera. Well, of course I thought that this is the place of origin, because most mangoes, they say Tenerife or La Palma, or in very rare cases Peninsula or Malaga or Granada. Those are the areas in continental Spain where they sell mangoes. So I thought when they said Gomera, the mangoes are coming from Gomera. Gomera is producing a lot of mangoes and doesn't have a lot of people to eat those mangoes. Well, later I read that Gomera is actually an accepted variety. A variety which is quite similar to the mango which in Cuba is called Filipino or Manga Blanca. Or was it Mango Blanco? Or was it called Filipino in Florida? Well, it doesn't seem to be a variety really particular just to the Canary Islands. They are very similar mangoes in the United States and in Cuba, which is not surprising because Cuba has a lot of connections with Florida, and Cuba also has a lot of connections with the Canary Islands. Well, and then, of course, when I saw a couple shops which sell small mangoes which look different and were often called La Palma, I asked if this is a variety. They said no, it's just a place of origin. So the game starts again. Well, but this Gomera is an established variety, and it's a very important variety. It not only seems to be the main mango grown in Gomera and also grown on the other Canary Islands, it's also the main mango for rootstock in all of Spain. Well, they like to grow bigger mangoes. It seems like on the peninsula, they turned on the fountain. In the peninsula, they grow mostly Austin, and what they grow here in the Canary Islands, I think it's Kate, but they are basically all grafted on Gomera, which is a pity because Gomera, in my opinion, tastes better than the Kate they have here on average. Of course, you might be lucky with every variety, but Gomera seems on average to be better. They are just smaller, so I guess here in the Canary, small mangoes are not very popular. People like big ones. If they are bigger, if they are more than a kilogram, the better. They are selling mangoes here over a kilogram. I guess this is the reason this nice little Gomera mango is not so popular in the fruit shops. But there is more. This seems to be one of the most frost-hardy mango varieties, maybe the most frost-hardy mango variety. And I read on the internet that with a bit of protection it can fruit even in southern France. I was in southern France, in the most subtropical areas of southern France. I didn't see any mango trees. So they are still rare, but I guess if you find any mango trees in southern France, or maybe on the Italian Riviera or northern Spain, there will be this here, the mango Gomera. It's good that the most hardy or one of the most frost hardy mangoes is not some unpleasant sour thing, but a really tasty variety. Okay, now let's try those Gomera mangoes. As I said, those are quite small for the varieties, or maybe those are mangoes and not mangas. Mangoes are the little mangoes produced on the same trees as the mangas at a different time of the year, and they are usually very fibrous. Well, yes, this one seems to be quite fibrous, so most probably those are not Gomera mangas, but Gomera mangoes. I ate some considerably bigger ones the last couple weeks, but those are some of the small ones now. Yeah, pretty fibrous, so I guess the high price they charge for them at the market stall, which likes to sell to tourists, was probably not justified. I hope they taste good nevertheless. So let's try those tiny Gomera mangoes and not mangas. This distinction actually in Spain is much more important than the variety itself. Pretty fibrous. Nice and sweet. Not too juicy, but no, I wouldn't call it dry either. A good mango, really good mango. I've eaten better Gomera mangoes than this one, but no, I don't want to complain. It's quite a good mango. It's just a pity that it is so small with quite a big seed. Yeah. So folks, when you are in Spain or in the Canary Islands, which are part of Spain, and you see some small yellow mangoes, yeah, pretty much yellow is the predominant color. There might be a little bit of red or a little bit of cream, but they are mostly yellow. When you see them, buy them. They are really good. In my opinion, they're even better than the big mangoes. Also, stay tuned for a lot of fruit videos from the parks and gardens. Yeah, in this case, I'm in a park. And shops and supermarkets of Tenerife. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.